My group was focused on broadening participation of underrepresented groups. And my name is Ann Gates. Hanan Al-Izami was our moderator. And these were the contributors to this particular group. So we started out with looking at the characteristics of a good broadening participation impacts activity. And we said pretty much what everyone else has said. It needs to be a measurable effect, either with quantitative or qualitative data. Another thing that I haven't heard is that it must have institutional support from your department or your college with respect to the recruitment, program coordination, and assessment. And then last, it should have the cool factor. We heard variations of this, but cool factor meaning that it's engaging, that it is exciting, and that it makes personal connections. The next thing we looked at were what are some examples of broadening participation activities. So we went through particular examples, starting with increasing participation of underrepresented minorities at conferences. Two examples were pulled out. One was a Grace Hopper scholarship program that includes underrepresented or provides scholarships for underrepresented minorities to attend Grace Hopper. Grace Hopper is designed to bring research and career interests of women in computing to the forefront. The other example was a supercomputing engagement program that is focused on increasing participation in high-performance computing through specialized sessions and activities. And some of the activities they have is a mentor-protege program. Since supercomputing is such a large conference, it brings experience students and mentors that have been to supercomputing working with the students that are coming in so that they can show them the ropes and get them involved. Also, they have a scavenger hunt that allows students to interact with exhibitors. So they provide prizes, and the students go and have to talk to the exhibitors one-on-one. And they also provide grants. How do you know it works? The Grace Hopper scholarship program has a fairly rigorous evaluation where they look at pre and post. They do measurements against recruitment, retention, and advancement in technical degree programs and careers. So they have seen an increase in the commitment of the students that attend Grace Hopper to complete technical programs and go into technical careers. There's a self-reported increase in confidence and also in mentoring activity beyond Grace Hopper. In the long term, they have found that their interests, so they look beyond just when they're at the conference, but looking at a year later and beyond. And there's a positive impact in their commitment, in the students' commitment to pursue degrees in computing, professional development, and they inspire attendees to become change agents, which I think is really important. The contacts are listed there. It's Deanna Kosaraju and Tiki Swatis Brown. The next activity is moving African American students into research programs at Tier 1 institutions. And this is an alliance, the A4RC Alliance, which is the Alliance for the Advancement of African American Researchers in Computing. And as I said, it's increasing African Americans' entry into computing research careers. They use a dual feeder program, which means that the HBCUs that do not have master's programs, students can move into an HBCU that's research intensive to get a master's and then move on into PhD programs at Tier 1 institutions. Or they can go directly from the undergraduate program into a Tier 1 research program. They have research pods that group students become part of the team. HBCU faculty are tiered with Tier 1 faculty members. How do you know it works? They have surveys and attitudes or interviews where they look at change in attitudes of the students. And they have seen an increase in enrollment of students that go into master's programs and also an increase in the desire to get PhDs, an increase in confidence. This is still kind of a young program, so they don't have a lot of the numbers yet. But they're seeking research collaborators to connect with the pods. And Maureen Biggers is a contact on this. The next example is leveraging existing programs to recruit and retain Native American students. And this program is a nice example of how the PI, or the person that was reporting from South Dakota School of Mines, is working with a program called Gear Up that has been in existence for 18 years. And this whole program is focused on helping Native Americans succeed in college settings. There's a complementary program that's been in existence for 2 years called the Teospai program, which is the Lakota word for extended family. And this program is focused specifically on engineering and science. How do you know it works? Well, as I said, it's been in existence for 18 years. 100% of the students that are in this program, and it's high school students, graduate, where the numbers of the students that don't attend the program that graduate is at 60%. And 85% attend college after graduation, so it's highly effective. And the contact is Ziliang Zong. Promoting analytical and problem-solving skills in entry-level courses is the other category. And this is an interesting program that is based on studio-based learning. And it's a master apprentice pedagogical model. And I think we heard a little bit about it yesterday from one of the speakers. But students evaluate and they select a design. It's really focused on problem-solving skills. It's based on a model of architects sitting side by side and being able to critique the design as you're going through it. So students may work individually, they may work collaboratively, but the important thing is that there's critical analysis of the design. It's being used in the entry-level courses. So there's a critique. Students can go back based on the critique and then redo the design and improve their grades. How do you know it works? Well, it's been started with 6 schools, and now 20 schools have adopted it. And it started out, as I said, in the entry-level courses, but now they are seeing courses beyond CS1, 2, and 3 adopting it at the institutions. They're using pre- and post-test. They're using video interviews to capture their evaluation data. And Martha Crosby is the contact person for this. Connecting a national system of regional partnerships is another activity that is part of the STARS Alliance, and we're looking at what we're reporting on is the STARS Leadership Corps, which is a program that integrates technical excellence, leadership, community, and service and civic engagement. The STARS, they start out really with the STARS Celebration, which is a conference that is held every August. There are team-based leadership projects throughout the year, peer mentoring, and seminar series. It's sustainable because of the integration of this particular program in curricular and co-curricular pipeline. Their data is showing that there are statistically significant increases in the retention leading indicators. And those are, let's see, identity, efficacy, social relevance, and GPA. Also, the PhD enrollments in 5 of the PhD granting institutions have also increased to 32% enrollment versus 2% nationwide. And Teresa Dahlberg is the contact. We mix our recommendations and innovative ideas. And so Maureen Biggers suggested this innovative idea, and that is engage influencers or parents, counselors to educate them on STEM careers, financial support options, and other relevant items.